It's always a difficult job to rise on the floor of Parliament speaking to a condolence motion, but I rise to add my name to the many condolences that have been expressed, not just in this House, but in my community, indeed across the nation, for the tragically untimely death of Lance Corporal Jack Patrick Fitzgibbon. He was, as we've heard, a very proud member of the Australian Defence Force and loved serving his country. Jack served with the 2nd Commando Regiment in his dream job as a signaller in the Special Forces. And throughout his career, Jack was awarded the Australian Defence Medal and the Operational Service Medal for counterterrorism, a testament to his dedication for serving his country. And his courage, his distinction and leadership skills saw him rise fairly rapidly, really, through the ranks as a respected colleague and someone who could be counted on. And I think the funeral at his hometown, which was an absolutely packed church, but all of the streets and people that were outside of that church really was a testament to the love for not just Jack, but his entire family, because, of course, those that are left behind bear the burden of grief. Jack was the clearly much adored son of both Joel and Diane. Joel, known to many people in this House because of his service, and indeed his father's service in the Australian Parliament. So many, many decades of service to their respective communities. When I left, I was just reflecting on what an adored son Jack was for both Joel and Diane. He was, of course, a loving brother also for Caitlin and Grace, a darling grandson to Anne, and a treasured nephew for Therese, Alison and Mark, and beloved partner of Cass. My heart and thoughts are with you all at this time. As tragic as it is to lose someone you love, the grieving rests with those who are left behind. And it is that heavy heart we saw when we were really honoured to have the Fitzgibbon family join us on the floor of Parliament just last week, just how much grief is carried at times like these by all of those left behind who loved Jack so very, very dearly. And losing a child is, of course, every parent's nightmare, and no one ever expects to be burying your child. And that unimaginable pain of burying a child, may feel all too much to bear at times. And it certainly felt like that when I was able to see the family last week. But I hope that the family and all of the people that they love who are still around them, and indeed the community in which they live, who turned out in force to celebrate Jack's life and to really wrap their arms around Jack's family. I hope that there is some comfort for the family knowing that they are very much in the hearts and thoughts of our community, of our Labor family, and indeed across the nation. We know that Jack's service meant that he had, great camaraderie, great friendship with so many people in forces across Australia. And we know his life was cut way, way too short. His father has honoured him in saying that he knew that his son died doing what he loved, and that he, as terrible as that accident was, it was in the service of his nation, something that he had quite consciously signed up for something. The exercise that he was involved in was one that he'd done many, many times before. And so it is just, an unbearable pain, really, that the family is left with, but made there is some comfort to be gained knowing that this was a pathway Jack was fully invested in and had wanted to do. And he was very, very proud of that service to our nation. So my thoughts are with all his loved ones at this heartbreaking time, and may Jack rest in peace.